Hey guys, it's Jish. Today we're doing a little video about the pattern I've noticed with iOS updates and how it's just broken. So, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, iOS pattern. Oh shoot. Hold on. I was gonna label all of them quickly. But the thing is that there's a pattern that I've noticed with iOS updates that I don't know if anyone else has really noticed, or at least I haven't really seen anyone talk about it. Oh, by the way, I'm not including the Plus versions in this, so shut up. I forgot the 5C. Whatever, just a 5. Heat and X and XS. Oh wait. Damn it. Sorry about this. Okay, then it's 8 and X. That looks like a D. 7. You guys figure that out. XS, 10S, and then 10R. Okay. Here are all the iPhones, and so I'm gonna write out all the iOS versions that these got. So I'm using Google Drawings. I just couldn't, and whatever. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, sorry. 2, 3, 4. See these two each got 3 updates. I'll make that more clear. There we go. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Starting with this one, 3GS. Pay attention to that S right there. 3GS got 3. Oh, sorry. 4, 5, and 6. Pay attention to 4. So I got 4 versions, while these only got 3. This is an S model. The 4, which is not an S, got 4, 5, 6, and 7. 4S, 4S, notice the S. There you go. Notice the S. Got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Notice how this got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versions, and this got 4. So as you can see, this S jumped up. So there were two generations of iPhone where it got 3 versions of iOS. So it ran on 3 different versions of iOS. And then there were 2 more generations that had 4 versions of iOS. Okay, still with me here? So now the iPhone 5, not an S, even though that looks like an S, that's a 5. It's iPhone 5. Got 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Same amount as the iPhone 4S because it's not an S. So the non-S, and except the 3G, I guess the 2G too, the non-S phone will have the same amount of iOS's as the previous S, so the previous phone, and until we get to these messy ones up here. But that's a 5S, because it's an S. You're like, oh well, it's gonna get another version, and yet it does. So the 5S got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Got 6 iOS versions. There you go. So 6 iOS versions for the 5S. Sorry, this is getting a bit messy, but okay. So here's where we get to the thing where that kind of breaks the pattern. That was kind of annoying. But here's why it doesn't break the pattern as much as I thought, as much as it could. So now, looking at this pattern, you'd think, oh, the iPhone 6. Okay, so that's gonna end up with 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, right? Well, no, doesn't get 13. Yeah. So the iPhone 6 was cut for iOS 13. Alright. Which means what the real thing is that A9 devices, so that would be 6S/Plus, SE, iPad 5th gen, iPad Pro /9.7 inch Pro. So those are A9. So those are A9 devices. Oh, right there, if you wanted to know. Yeah, I think that's it for A9s. Because the iPad Mini 4 had an A8. Okay. So these are A9 devices. So these are getting iOS 13. But the iPhone 6 A8 devices, I should probably write out those two. A9, A8, so A8 6/Plus, iPod 6, iPad A2, I'll just do A2, and then Mini 4. I think that's it. Okay. Oh, and Apple TV and HomePod, but those are on iOS. I guess iPad OS is coming out, but I think we can assume that the A8 iPads are not getting a iPad OS, whatever it's gonna be called. I didn't pay attention to the keynote. That's why I just watched the overview of it. But yeah. So as you can see, well, what the rumors were at the beginning was that it was going to be even worse. So it was the rumors that the A9 devices, or at least the 6S and SE, most importantly, when the SE most importantly was not going to be supported. And SE, here's the thing: the SE kind of would have made sense to not support because it's a small screen. But then cancel all A9 devices because then that's not being consistent. Then people will be like, but it has the same specs as the 6S, and then they have to explain, well, it's a different size. But then, so I get why they ended up. I get why it might have been all or nothing for A9. But I wasn't too surprised that they were gonna kill the pattern. Like, it sucks that they did, but I saw this coming because a couple days before I keep saying keynote. This is a WWDC before. Worldwide, yeah, WWDC. A couple days before that, they released the iPod 7, which had a 10, which is iPhone 7. iPod 7 has a A10. If you want to keep this, that's why I'm writing all of this down. So the iPod 7 has an A10 Fusion chip from the iPhone 7. Other than that, it's the exact same. So I don't. It probably has 2 gigs RAM. I don't know, and I don't care. the reason I speculate is because like the iPod 4 is still on sale, so they wouldn't. It seemed kind of suspicious that right before they're about to discontinue some devices, that they would release a new iPod. But it was a little more suspicious that they jumped up 2 to the A10 instead of the A9, and not just went to the A12. The A10 was a weird choice because I'm going off topic here, but the A10 I think they should have gone up to at least an A11, because the A10 is almost 3 years old. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, when the iPod 4 came out, 6, when iPod 6 came out, had the A8, came out in mid-2015, so the A8 was still the newest chip, even though the A9 was about to come out. So the A12 would make sense, but, well, they would make sense, because they put an iPad Mini 5, which is kind of the same class device. But, off topic. Sorry I'm making that noise. So that's where it stands. So the rumors at the beginning were that these devices here were not going to be supported. But they were, because come on, 3D Touch, 2 gigs of RAM, it can handle iOS 13. And they'd be killing 3 generations of products, which is against the kind of thing. They'd be going back to the iPhone 3GS with only 4 updates. So that would be the iPhone 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 4. But they still broke the pattern, and they killed 2 generations of iOS devices instead of 1. Which is weird, because now either they're gonna have to like somehow get the pattern back, or just like forget about it entirely, because the 6S, if the 6S is gonna be the last one, are they gonna give it another year for 14, or are they just gonna say screw the pattern? But then what are they gonna do to 7? Then it comes to these boys right here, these weird named ones. So 7, but then they didn't do 7S. By the way, the iPhone 8 should have been called the 7S. Should have been called the 7S. That's what it is. It's a 7S. It's a 7 with wireless charging, okay? And they took away all the good colors. Yeah, they took away the good colors. They took away matte black, jet black, and red, and they gave us the stupid gold and space gray. iPhone X. Also, one more thing I want to go over is that the iPhone XS is a complete stupidity. Here's why. If you have any of these that a rational person would own, so any of these iPhones that a normal person would own, my friend had a 4S until a couple months ago, so I'll put that in there. Then the iPhone XR you would not really tell the difference between a XR and a XS. So if you had 4S, 5, 5S, 6, 6S, SE, 7, 8, you would not tell the difference between. I mean, you would, but like it wouldn't be a big difference value-wise. It would be a better value than to get the XR, because like it'd be the same to you. Like for me, I have an iPhone 7. The XR would feel basically the same as the XS in terms of like OLED screen, because it doesn't have one. The iPhone 7 doesn't have one. So, but if you have the iPhone 10, you think, oh well, the XS makes sense for you, because the XR is technically kind of a downgrade. Well, the XS is if you have an iPhone 10, please, for the love of God, don't get a XS unless you're a tech reviewer. It doesn't make sense. I guess I don't know. The XS is a stupid device. I usually am okay with these incremental things. Like the iPhone 7 was fine. I have an iPhone 7, but the XS, nah. Should have. I guess they added more RAM. Yay. But iOS devices don't benefit from more RAM as much as Androids do. As much RAM as Androids have. But that leads me to say that the iPhone 10 and the 10R are the two best iPhones. Because the 10, because you have it good. 10R because it's the 10R is the best because oh, why is it the best? Because it, you know, it's just it's, I mean, it's basically the 10s, but oh, it has less pixel density. Yeah, it has the same as all of these, or all of them. 326, I believe. PPI. Yeah, it's all these 326 PPI. I think that's all I have to say. And for iOS stuff. And one more thing, new iPad Pros are trash. So sorry that this video is a little jumbled up and messy. Hope you kind of caught what I was trying to say. I'm not really good at explaining. This is my first kind of video like this, so please just understand that I have not made a video like this. There's a couple thoughts I wanted to get out regarding iOS. Also, dark mode, yes, good, and iPhone 7 batteries are trash. Hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.